Hello everyone, my name is Hugo Guzman, and today I'll be presenting the Capstone engagement, the assessment, analysis, and hardening of a vulnerable system. This document contains the following sections: network topology, security assessment, log analysis and attack characterization, and the proposed alarms and mitigation strategies. Our network consists of the following machines. We have our Azure Cloud machine, which hosts the lab environment, our Kali attackers virtual machine, which is used to infiltrate the system. Then we have the Elk Stack server, which collects logs from our victim machine. And following, we have our Capstone virtual machine, which is our victim machine. Red Team, security assessment. During our investigation, we were able to uncover 3 machines using Nmap. Vulnerability assessment. The assessment uncovered the following critical vulnerabilities in the target: brute force attack, credentials that were stored in a web file, and the machine is susceptible to gain privilege script injection. First, we were able to access the machine using a brute force attack. We used Hydra in order to crack the user's password using a pre-made list of possible passwords provided by Hydra. This gave us credential access. Following, we were able to find credentials that were stored on the web app. These credentials consisted of a password hash. We used crackstation.com in order to decode Ryan's password. Once we gained access to Ryan's account, we were then later able to inject a gain privilege script using Metasploit, MSF Venom, and Meterpreter. Blue Team, log analysis and attack characterization. During our analysis, we were able to identify the port scan that occurred on 6 June 2020 at 21:03. During this analysis, we were able to uncover 8,500 packets that were sent during the port scan. Following, we were able to find the request for the hidden directory. The request was made at 21:05, just 2 minutes after the account was accessed, and the following directories contained the file called connect to corp server that had Ryan's password hash in it. Later, we were able to uncover the brute force attack. A total of 7,489 requests were made during the attack, and 7,487 requests had been made before the attacker discovered the password. And following, finding the WebDAV connection. Here you can see that the request was made 9 times for the WebDAV connection, and the shell.php file was requested 3 times shortly after. Blue Team, proposed alarms and mitigation strategies. Mitigation for blocking the port scan. An intrusion detection system, or IDS, can be configured to recognize a scan attempt. An intrusion prevention system, or an IPS, can alert or block the offending IP address of the attacker. Configuring an IPS to alarm when multiple attempts at TCP connections over various ports lets us know that there is a port scan occurring and possibly block before any further steps are taken by an attacker. A couple ways to harden the system. First, we can log TCP connection attempts, configure the firewall, and we can deploy an IDS IPS systems that alerts for unusual port scans and blocks port scans. Next, a mitigation for finding the request for the hidden directory. We can set an alarm that lets us know when the secret folder is being connected to. We can harden the system by removing sensitive directories and files from the web server and creating a whitelist of IPs that have access to these certain directories and files if you choose to store them in the web server. Mitigating a brute force attack. First, we can set an alarm letting us know that a status code 401 when the login attempts are made more than 3 times. A couple ways to harden the system. We can implement a multi-factor authentication policy. We can lock user accounts and alerts us after multiple failed attempts, and implement CAPTCHAs. Mitigating the detection of the WebDAV connection. We can set an alarm for any connection that is made to the WebDAV directory. And a way to harden the system is we can implement policies that restricts credential storages on web servers. We can create a whitelist of IPs that need access to WebDAV and implement 2-factor authentication. Following, in order to identify the reverse shell uploads, we can set an alarm for any traffic going over port 4444, which is Meterpreter's default port, any files uploaded to the server, and any time commands are being executed. Couple ways to harden the system. We can restrict upload of file or directories to only whitelisted IPs, or we can remove remote web content authoring operations. If you choose to continue with remote web content authoring operations, the following command gives the owner read, write, and execute permissions. And that is all for today. I hope you have a blessed day. Thank you.